Have you ever painted yourself into a corner? Have you ever gotten so far ahead in action that your thoughts were left behind? Or worse, vice versa? To date, I have built 204 guitars. As many of you know, a good 100 or more of those were by hand, or at least while using handheld power tools. And although I do now have a CNC machine, as many of my compatriots who cut with robot gantry-held routers will tell you, it only covers a 50th, if that, of all of the tasks that need to be done to turn wood and metal into a musical instrument. This is Guitar 200. Some of you may wonder how I can say I have built 204 guitars, and yet guitar number 200 is clearly not finished. I have some folks ask me why it has been taking me so long to finish this one. Those who have been following me for the past 8 years know that I make a lot of custom orders. Lately, I have been specializing in conversion and/or replacement necks. In fact, I have 2 grabber bass necks that I should be working on right now. I have always said that I put my customers' orders first, though the current state of my bench would prove contrary, but I am getting onto those necks, and the other custom orders concurrently to this fiasco of Build 200. Why is Build 200 such a fiasco? Let's start first with Guitar 50, 100, and 150. As you can see, these have all been chosen models. Finished in white with gold trim, I try to be as artistically creative as possible with these. Number 200 shall be the same. I thought this would be a great chance to launch a new model, the MySTi. It is a simple acronym for My Strat-ish. It's just as I did for the prototype I made for my friend D-Rock Cali product. My plan was to have the back slanted pickups as well as the iconic dude notchback. I call these designs, where you take that familiar shape, that guitar that everybody's seen before, but you do something different to it, and in my case, add a special dudeness. I call these twisted classics. And to twist this classic even more, I also wanted to add the Sustainiac pickup system. If you are not aware of what a Sustainiac pickup is, it has a vibrating magnet, much like an e-bow, but instead of being handheld, it's built into the guitar. And this is what moves the strings without having to touch them. That vibrating magnet, it makes the strings just go wah. It can give you a really haunting choral-like sound out of the guitar, and that is much like a violin or cello, which is how e-bow got its name. But in the Sustainiac, again, it's built into the guitar, and I wanted to do that system here, but this is where I failed. Now, Alan Hoover is the genius behind the Sustainiac, and he has entrusted me with the title of Authorized Installer for his fantastic system, and I have done them before. I earned that right, proving to him I could read schematics and create a tidy environment for these computer board-driven beauties. I mean, look at this thing. Pure elegance in design, and even though I have installed the Sustainiac pickups before, this one probably wishes it was not in the hands of a hack gorilla like me. Remember when I mentioned planning and how important that is? As you can see from this body, that I started to paint, then carved and mangled to get every detail right for the Sustainiac before getting the final paint job finish, but yet it's left in an utter disarray. That is because I failed to properly plan for the extra space, the battery box placement, the access to adjust the micropots on the board, and good grief, man, did you ever think about reading ahead in the instructions? I did not. You know that part that mentions not angling the middle pickup? I missed that. And especially do not angle the Sustainiac. Oh boy, did I miss that one. And I guess this explains why the last 4 hours of my life have been me trying to dial in the squeal and squelch of the feedback mode. That's right, it's got a feedback mode. That's what makes it so awesome, as long as you get it set up right. And this probably explains why I had inconsistent vibrations. That's right, remember what I mentioned about the vibrations? I could not get that right either. Could all of this really just be the fault of no other than myself for not reading the instructions fully? At this point, I must apologize, Alan. Please don't give up on me. I am a lowly artist, just trying on a technician's robe for a moment. But I will fix this. So herein lies my dilemma. Do I continue to make this body to accommodate the Sustainiac? Straighten up the pickups, cut more room, build a rear access panel, tidy up the box inside the body, and make it all work? Or do I patch the battery box hole, finish the paint job, put in 3 angled common magnetic pickups, and skip the Sustainiac altogether? Feel free to leave me a comment or two on what you would do. Although I bet you can already guess which route I'm going to take. So please, folks, stay tuned as I get myself out of this corner and build guitar number 200 in a way that anybody would be proud to make music with. If you haven't yet, please click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to follow along. Leave us a comment. I always read them and often respond. And if you like what you see so far, hit the like button. These little steps really help to grow the channel. Thank you once again for tuning in to Dude Craft Guitars.